Hey guys, welcome to my channel today. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something I think is very essential in our daily lives, and it's more of an ambiguous word that we use most of the time, but we really don't know what it fully means to actually experience or exhibit it in our lives. So in this video today, we're going to be talking about the concept of self-love. And I know some of my videos where I have said something and I've said one of the best ways to get through it is by exhibiting self-love. And we will be thinking, what exactly is self-love? What does it really mean to love yourself? So this is the video for that. We're going to be talking about what self-love is, how to truly love yourself, and what self-love is not. So basically, what is self-love? In my understanding, I think self-love is actually appreciating oneself physically, spiritually, and psychologically. And in as much as these words are imputed in the definition of self-love, it simply implies that you wouldn't put yourself out for the expectation of the society. It simply implies that you wouldn't accommodate others to put yourself behind. It simply implies that you wouldn't let go of yourself just to have people or someone in your life. Self-love has nothing to do with being snobbish. It has nothing to being self-centered. It has nothing to do with narcissistic behavior. Self-love is self-love. It is not you neglecting others just to put yourself first. No, it is just you appreciating your being, you trying consciously to be the better version of yourself here on earth. Because we are the only ones we got. Whether you like, however I want to talk about it, I am the only one. I could literally lose everything in the world, but I know that the greatest loss I would ever experience is when I lose myself and while I'm still existing. So basically, self-love is me understanding what it truly means for me to be here. It's me appreciating my cause, my flaws, my mistakes, the ability for me to learn along the way, the ability for me to put myself in situation and try to maximize the best of myself in all situations. That's what I think self-love is. It has nothing to do with I am putting myself first, I don't want to do this, I am not tolerating it. No, self-love is basically me existing in my core, in my values, regardless of the situation around, regardless of where I find myself. It's me being the best I can be at all time, because I owe it to myself to excel to my maximum capacity. Now we understand, or we have an idea of what self-love is. How can you truly love yourself? And I know self-love is quite ambiguous, because self-love. Even me, I know it's not like a destination, it's a journey. And sometimes I think I have also disappointed myself in ways that I cannot even articulate in words. So I know that self-love is not a destination. It's a journey where we have to consciously keep on improving, learning along the way, and also trying as much as possible not to repeat those mistakes we've made in the past. How can I truly love myself? How can you truly love yourself? One way I think you can actually love yourself is learn to root for yourself. You know how you are in an intimate relationship, or how you have close relationship with people, and they are doing something, and you know that this thing they are doing has no way forward, but because of how much you know what support is, and you know how important it is to them, you try as much as possible to root for them regardless of what other people think. So this is what you do with yourself. Now you're not projecting it to someone, you're giving it to yourself. Learn to root for yourself, stand for yourself. You know how you would have values that people don't understand. They don't need to understand what you do. It is for it's called self. You're doing it for you. So people don't necessarily need to understand your values for you to actually stand by them. Root for the things you believe in. Root for those things you want. you don't have to be circumstantial. Like, this simply means that if you believe that B is, it is not like, it's not like you being like stupid, or it's not like you being ignorant. No, it is you actually rooting for those values you stand with. It is you rooting for those values you believe in, right? So regardless of, if I come to your life and I tell you that you're being this, it has nothing to do with me. This is you fully existing in your being. So learn to root for yourself, regardless of what it is. I don't need to understand it for it to make sense to you. The fact it makes sense to you, that is enough reason for you to move on with it. Your values are important. You are important here, now, today, not tomorrow, not when you get that degree, not when you land that job. You're important as it is right now, in this very moment. So always learn to root for yourself. Another practical way I think we can actually exhibit self-love for ourselves is listening to yourself. Always listen to that inner voice in you. You know how we have this relationship. I would always use relationship because I think that's the best analogy we can use right now. But now the only difference is that we're exhibiting it to ourselves. You know how, like, you have like a spouse and they come back from work and they're just ranting, and you just sit down there quietly listening to them, nodding along the way, asking questions intermediately. Like, even if you're not interested, you act like you're interested, right? But the point is, you listened, you held emotional space for them at that point, you allowed them to vent, you allowed them to express themselves, and you listen. Learn to listen to yourself. I know listening is not just about what you hear, it's also about what you feel. Listen to that inner voice. Give yourself the grace to speak to you. At the end of the day, every other voice doesn't matter. What is in your head is what matters. So listen to your voice. It doesn't matter if it makes sense or not. Make those mistakes. Learn from them. I mean, like, what do you even want to actually hold on to at the end of the day if you go along with every other person's opinion without having yours? It doesn't need to make sense to me. It doesn't need to make sense to whoever I know. If it makes sense to you, that is enough. Whatever it's telling you, is it the voice about your career? Is it about your relationship? Is it about your religion? Is it about you upgrading? Is it about you changing your circle? Like, what is it that voice is telling you to do? This is a soft reminder for you today to listen to that voice inside of you. How would you even feel if you are in a relationship with someone, either intimate or just close relationship that you actually value, and whenever you talk and they don't listen? Like, do you know how it feels? You feel neglected. You feel like you're not important enough. Now think of it this way, that inner voice keep on speaking to you every single day and you keep neglecting it. What do you think is going to happen? Eventually to silence down. And now, if you are not even able to listen to yourself, how do you want to fully exist and be fulfilled in life? I can't even overemphasize how important it is for us to, like, actually give ourselves the grace to listen to our inner voice. And most importantly, I am saying this because it is something that actually, like, make us not actually listen. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to the society. It doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense to me. What matters is that you have the ability to listen, to go through your thoughts and appreciate and hold space for you. And this is not just about you being blind or ignorantly following your thoughts and all that. This is you giving yourself the grace to live. This is you giving yourself the grace to exist. This is you giving yourself the grace to speak. Okay? It's not ignorant. It's not you being blinded or not listening. No. When you listen to others, also give yourself the grace to listen to yourself. And the third routine, I think, or the third way I think we can actually really exhibit self-love is coming true for you. I don't really know how to, like, I would still use the analogy of a relationship with other people. When I have someone and they are going through something, my automated response, which I know is not very ideal, is to try to solve the situation, right? But lately, I've been learning that sometimes when people come to me with things, I don't necessarily need to solve it. And in fact, what I learned most recently out of what I'm talking about is that when someone open up to me, it doesn't mean I necessarily need to open up to them. I could just like be there for them at that point and let them talk, and I really don't need to like open up to them. I learned this very, very recently. I don't know why I'm putting it out there, but I think it's something that is very important for you. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, it's come true for yourself. So if I have someone that I really do not know how to like accommodate people and not like be involved. If I have someone and they be like, I'm going through this, my automatic response is try to solve it. Like I'll start like immediately, like I literally just shut down and start like looking for ways to like get through the situation. And the very funny thing is like I have lots of issues in my life. If I even used to channel those energies to myself, I mean, I know that I've been like way ahead of where I am currently in life right now. But the truth is, when people come to me, right, people like I am really involved with, not like romantically, like people that my friends, and they tell me something, I automatically try to solve it, right? So now let us just say if I'm having a relationship with myself and something is bothering me, don't you think it is natural and ideal for me to like channel that energy into it? But that's not what happens most of the time. So I'm telling you today to come true for yourself. No one is going to do this for you. There is no anything coming anyway. You owe yourself the life you deserve. You owe yourself that degree you're waiting for. You owe yourself that job. Go out there, get the things you want. Like, you have the full ability to get what you want. It's not easy. No, I'm not saying it like as word, like you just go out and you get it. No, it's not. It's like love is difficult. Love is patience. Love is acceptance. Love is understanding. Love is resilience. It's not. So when you're loving yourself, all those principles also apply to you. It's not because it's self-love. It's not smooth. No, it's not. It is difficult. So I'm telling you to come true for yourself today. That house you want, the lifestyle you want, the car you want, the life you want, you owe yourself that life. Okay, so always try and come true for you. When you get tired of a particular situation, you either deal with it or walk out of it. There's no two ways about it. Okay, so always learn and try to come true for yourself. And I think these are like majorly the way that I feel or I believe we can actually exhibit self-love. Now we know what self-love is, how to exhibit self-love to ourselves. Let us try and also see what self-love is not. Self-love is not luxury. It's not you going through difficult time and you go out and get that bag. It's not you going through difficult time or heartbreak, you go out and get yourself those luxurious things. Luxury is good. It's good to spoil yourself, but that's not self-love. Just like how we used to say that you can be with someone, like this is romantically, you can be involved with someone romantically and they can get you every bloody thing in the whole world, but they don't really love you when it comes to the depth of it, right? So this is also with you. Self-love is not luxury. It's not when you feel bad, you go out there and get your hair done, get your nails done, just to sparkle and shine. No, self-love is not luxury. Self-love is not easy. Because you're doing it for yourself doesn't make it easy. Self-love is one of the most difficult love that I think I can actually like really explain, because it is you sitting with your darkness. It is you sitting with your traumas and trying to deal with it. It is you being with yourself even when you don't know where to go, because I mean you can't run from yourself. So when you get to that point where you say, I want to truly love yourself, I just want to tell you that it's not going to be easy. So when it gets hard, don't try and displace it. Don't try and like get those instant stimulants to get yourself out of it. Give yourself the grace to feel. I mean, what is life if I can't feel like everything? I don't even know how people always want to be happy, because it is practically insane to be like actually want to be happy all the time. I am human. I am willing. I am like seated on my being to actually experience every emotion. So self-love is not going to be easy, because here you're going to be seated with it. You're going to be seated with those traumas, with those rejections, with those voices in your head. You're going to basically sit in your darkness. So I'm telling you that it's not going to be easy. Okay, thirdly, self-love is not obnoxious. It is not you being selfish. shutting people out all the time and putting yourself, because we say put yourself first, it doesn't mean that you should shut people at all time. It is not you being narcissistic. It is not you manipulating people. That is not what self-love is. That is not even close to self-love. Like I said, self-love is you appreciating yourself spiritually, physically, and psychologically. And we all know how this works. So, and like I said, it is not about all those flashy things, getting this and all that. It is actually you working with yourself, giving yourself the best version you can ever be. It is you maximizing your being here on earth. So if you think there's something or there are ways that I did not actually touch by which we can actually love ourselves, you can let me know in the comment section below. And if you're actually going through this whole process of self-love and there are things that have actually helped you, please do let us know in the comment section below, because like I said, this is not a destination. It's a journey that we're going to constantly make mistakes. We're going to constantly be disappointed in our actions and our decisions, but regardless, we know what we are rooting for, we know where we're going to, and we're doing this basically for ourselves and the people around us, because you cannot give what you don't have. You can't love truly if you don't love yourself. Thank you for sticking around with me in this video today. I really appreciate your time, and if there's something you would want me to talk about, please do let me know in the comment section below. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is the right time to click the subscription button, so whenever I post content like this, you'll be the very first person to see it and you get enlisted on my VIP list. Thank you very much, guys. Have a lovely evening, morning, wherever you are. Bye.